Hi! In the next unit, you'll learn about the communicative approach, the approach you'll likely be using in your classroom. The communicative approach argues that learners learn a language through the process of communicating in it, and that communication that is meaningful to the learner provides a better opportunity for learning than through a grammar-based approach. So, the focus is to make real communication in context the focus of language learning, not lots of standalone grammar activities. The approach centers on you providing opportunities for your learners to experiment and try out what they know. While doing so, you should be tolerant of your learners' errors, as their errors indicate that your learners are building up their communicative competence. You should provide opportunities for your learners to develop both accuracy and fluency. However, many teachers may focus more on their students acquiring some degree of fluency, more than focusing so much on grammar. But grammar is still important. You should let your students induce or discover grammar rules in context, instead of having standalone grammar sessions. For example, young learners may hear or see you putting the letter S or letters ES at the end of some nouns. So, by giving them several examples, they can work out for themselves that an S or ES goes at the end of most plural nouns. Always try to link the different skills such as speaking, reading, writing and listening together, since they usually occur so in the real world. Instead of using activities that demand accurate repetition and memorization of sentences and grammatical patterns, you should major on using activities that require your learners to negotiate meaning and to interact meaningfully with each other. In this approach, there is an emphasis on pair and group work, which will produce a greater amount of language than they would use in teacher-fronted activities. A model pattern is introduced, and there will be a bit of drilling, but not too much. All of the learning is set in context. Adding context to structure is an essential part of adding meaning to a new item. Your role is to facilitate the language learning, helping them as needed. It is not your role to stand up in front and be the sage on the stage, as they say, passing on all your knowledge as the students sit quietly listening to you. In other words, your classroom will be learner-centered and not teacher-centered. These are the key points I grasped about the communicative approach when I started teaching, and they've served me well to this day. It'll take time to learn all aspects of it, but this will be a good start for you. Well done. Speak with you soon.